evening, guys, and thank you for joining us today in Insane Innocent News. Today we're going to be speaking about this newfound obsession over the thigh gap. Now, what is this new obsession over the thigh gap? Most of you know we recently made a video where one of the boys stated that he looked for a thigh gap in a girl. This silly issue became a controversial topic, so we decided to make a video on the thigh gap. You don't need a thigh gap. A thigh gap is not that important. Yep, I said it. Over to Dr. Angela Tomaselli, thigh gapial expert.
Let me give you a biological explanation of the thigh gap. It is a gap between the femurs when the left knee and the right knee as well as the tarsals are touching. Most of you girls think that you can obtain a thigh gap no matter your body structure. Wrong. It is mostly about your bone structure. For instance, girls who have wide hips are less likely able to obtain a thigh gap.
And a big thank you to Dr. Angela, who's joining us once again.
Thigh gaps have opened many doors to eating disorders. Girls, don't starve yourself. Don't become anorexic and don't become bulimic because you probably won't even achieve one through this anyways. Especially teens. It affects your brain development, your heart function, and even your reproductive health.
That means making babies.
In a very bad way. You might want to get a thigh gap because you think that boys or guys will be more interested in you. But to be honest, all they want is a healthy girl.
We asked a few men on their opinions of the thigh gap.
So Paulie, do you know what a thigh gap is?
Yeah, it's the gap between like the girl's thighs.
Jerome? Do you know what the thigh gap is?
No.
Michael, do you know what the thigh gap is?
Yeah.
Do you look for a thigh gap in a girl?
No, not really, because like, to me, it doesn't matter what the girl looks like or like how big the thigh gap is. It's just like the personality and stuff. That she doesn't have to have a thigh gap.
Not at all.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Guys don't really look at that. No, not at all. What kind of selfish joke could actually care about a thigh gap?
Thigh gaps require girls to be so thin that when men put their hands on their legs, the thumb and the index finger touch. Ew, that is gross.
Disgusting.
Not romantic. Girls, for those of you who are that thin, that is not healthy. You need to stick to a balanced meal. And please just eat. Say no to the gap to be a happy chap.
We're cool, because we don't care. Joining us next is world-renowned psychologist Teniel Lombard with her new book, The Thigh Gap.
I'm here to talk about the thigh gap. The world has become so corrupt. They have put images into people's minds that you have to act and look a certain way. For example, celebrities. They are skinny and made to look perfect, but this is fake because they have been photoshopped and had multiple surgeries to look like this. A small percentage of people have put it into our minds that we have to act and be like this. The media is a big influence. For example, the thigh gap. If you do not have a thigh gap, you are not considered desirable by men. Most of the people in the world have problems with the way they look. This is because of a small percentage of people or the media that put this into people's mind. If we are the bigger majority, how are we inferior to the smaller group?
Thank you very much, psychologist Teniel. Teniel! T''Neil. Lombard. And now for the gap rap. Word. Yo, 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 it's Insane Innocence, and we want to hit you with the thigh rap. You're fussy. It's pointless. Who cares about the thigh gap? You're sexy without one, even with the flat bum.
Thigh gap is just a missing piece. Please excuse my great pun.
1, 2, 3, 4. Forget the thigh gap, let's head to the shore.
5, 6, 8, 9, 10. You don't need a 7, you're a hot size 11.
The gap rap. No, I want to be a happy chap. The gap rap. No, I want to be a happy chap. Subscribe.
Look, I don't have a thigh gap, but I'm sexy and I know it.
This has been Rachel Wood with Insane News. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and follow us on Twitter.